Hello guys, in today's video we're gonna go through Crazed Shellbrute, and I'm gonna go through his ability first, then we're gonna jump into some pay to win or more premium lineups, and then of course we're gonna also go through some of those free to play friendly lineups. But for Crazed Shellbrute there wasn't actually that many compared to Plague Creeper, but it's only a couple of hours into testing him, at least for the Western, or what should we say, the Western servers, because Vietnamese servers has been out for a while. Had it for a couple of days more. Now we're just trying to find ways to improve them. And I'm also going to show you some faction talent. But let's go through the abilities. So his ultimate, Dashling Flash, opens clamshell, emitting a dazzling flash from the purling side, doing damage equal to 300% to all enemies. Scamgulp licks its giant tongue to grab an enemy, then swallows them for 40 seconds if the enemy is unaffected or steadfast during and after the casting of this skill. They will be crushed instead of swallowed, resulting in an instant defeat. So if your hero is immune and the Shellbrute is trying to eat them, well, you will get one-shotted. If you're steadfast as well, you will also get one-shotted. So some heroes like Shakir will just die instantly. Shell Stampede flicks its giant tongue twice, dealing damage equal to 8% to all enemies within 3 tile arc. Then we have Grand Suction. Open its mouth to draw all enemies close when there are no adjacent non-summoned enemies, dealing 100% damage 4 times and stunning them for 4 seconds. So that's really annoying. So if you have enemies close to him and he, for example, swallows one of them and there's no one else close, he will start grabbing other enemies or allies. And then we have Water Barrier. The clam and anemones, no clue, generate a water barrier together, reducing the damage taken by 70%. The barrier will disappear after taking 2 hits of base damage, then that's each exceed 300% of the caster's attack and will generate in 10 seconds. So once you get this barrier up, he reduces damage by 70%. And after it's broken, it will regenerate after 10 seconds. So let's jump into some of the more premium lineups that I have on my main account, as I call it. Here we actually have a really nice lineup. And we also have faction talents at 20. So we have Smokey, Kruger, Mikola, Lily May, and Phraesto. So I tried this lineup first before I upgraded my Phraesto to Mythic Plus. Because if you have him at Legendary Plus, he's still a solid option. So let's just go through this lineup first, or this. So here you can see Kruger has been swallowed and his portrait is kinda grayed out. That reason. That's why Phraesto is really good in this in Crazed Shellbrute as well. Because he have an illusion of himself, and the Shellbrute actually swallow the illusion as well. So he can deal more damage and we have more heroes on the board. The Kruger only got out and then got eaten again. But you see, he just keeps spitting out Kruger and the Phraesto illusion and eating them up over and over. So here you have the first like premium lineup, and if you have Phraesto up even higher, the damage will increase. It's increased with 3 billion damage here. I think this damage is pretty consistent. The only thing that sometimes might not be is if the Smokey gets teleported and gets swallowed, I guess. Or it also depends on how fast you break the barrier that reduces damage. Then we also have a wilder lineup. The real Phraesto is here, and the fake one or illusion is in. We're actually gonna jump into this one as well, so you can see that temp. So since I haven't done a lot of testing myself yet because it's the first day and I need tomorrow as well to test these lineups because I only have one account with Phraesto. I don't know if the damage variety of these lineups or if they are consistent yet. So that's one of the hard things about this day one, is that some lineups might seem really good because you high roll them and then you low roll another lineup. So over time we kind of figure out what lineups are good. And that's why you should also try out different lineups depending on your account and how it looks. Because that way you also figure out what is good and what works for how your account is looking. And then you get the consistency over several attempts over days. Let's be real, the only attempts that really matters is the last 2 days. And you're trying to get as high as possible so you can get those really nice rewards. So that was the more premium lineups. I'm now gonna jump over to my other account where I'm gonna show you some more free-to-play friendly lineups. So we're now here on my other account, and as you can see, looking a bit different. And here we also have a Brian lineup. It worked out pretty well, and we're boosting like insanely high. And here you can see the lineup. I also have 23 in faction talents, and the reason I put it like this, some of the other formations recommended having Aaron up front and then Rainier here, but I wanted to put the Rainier in front of the Lily May instead, for the simple reason that when you have the charms on Rainier and the set bonus, he actually boosts the attack of the hero one tile behind him. So give Lily May some extra damage. The downside by this is that Smokey actually gets swallowed up, so we don't get the boost. Because I believe otherwise Rainier would be followed before the Smokey. So you kind of have to try out that yourself. And so what could work better is pushing the Aaron up and the Rainier. Aaron is right now. That could work better because then the Shellbrute first swallows Aaron because he does, and then he drags in the Rainier, I believe. So that could work. And then we have another lineup. It's Mikola. And this is one of those things where I line them up like this. So the reason this didn't work out that greatly for me is because my Mikola is only mythic. And there she got 1. So what could have proved this lineup even further would be have Mikola up higher than she is right now. At least at Mythic Plus, so she gives more boost and so on to the rest of the team while she's dead. So if you don't have a Mikola higher than mine and got her weapon upgraded a bit, I would probably recommend the other team with Brian, because that works out even if you don't have Brian up high. That works out anyways, so you should do that. And with all of this, I also want to talk about faction talents.
I'll be praised for this.
So these are the teams I can recommend right now. But let's jump into faction talents. And you shouldn't be afraid to reset talents now, because they have actually lowered. It's only 3 days. As you can see, we also get plenty of talent shapers. I have 22 at the moment, so don't be afraid to reset your talents to fit a Primal Lord. Don't go swapping them every day, because people will be like, hey, there's a lineup that is a little bit more damage. You'll have a couple of days left to figure out how to deal the most damage. But what I've done right now is make sure I have as much damage as possible in the Mauler lineup. that is the team right now that works best for me in this lineup, or for this account that I have, because I don't have a Pesto or Phraesto. So I'm using this faction talent, and most of them actually go in for Baller. So go in here, get these attack boost, and that will help you a lot, because you get +2 attack and +2 attack. So that's gonna help you out a lot when it comes to damage. But don't be afraid to reset the talents and see what works. And hopefully we find some more lineups that works as well for free to play. It seems like a lot is based on Pesto. Unless you have him built already, I wouldn't recommend going all in on him right now with the Static Crystals, because we still haven't got that second Celestial and Hypogean season yet. So going all in just to get some damage in on Primal Lord might not be the best option, to be fair. So I would recommend you see how it goes, because it takes a long time to get the crystals up, and it also takes a long time to get the guild medals up. So try and be patient. If you're already building Phraesto, then go for him. Try and get that lucky rolls and get him up so you can utilize him as much as possible. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.